Hey everybody, we are live. I see Inspiring Mealtime with Latanya. Hey Latanya. Hey guys, sorry for jumping on a tad bit late. I had a little trouble switching back from one area to another. So hey, Carol at My Blessed Nest, good to have you guys with me. There's 7 of you guys on already. I'm going to go ahead and give our greetings so we can get started. We got lots to cover. So welcome to YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. On this episode of the Shoutout Sunday Show, we're going back to the basics and we're going to talk about the importance of the description box. Keywords, keyword phrases, and tags. And then I'll give some shout outs, and then we'll do some preliminary channel audits, and then give updates on Open Invites and Collabs. But before we get into that, if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women how to grow their influence through YouTube. So if that sounds like something you want to learn about, then you're in the right place. So hit that subscribe button and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And if you've joined us on the replay, welcome. Go ahead and watch the live stream, jump in on the conversation. If you have any questions, drop them in the description, or drop them in the chat box, or rather the comment section, and I'll get right back to you. And for those of you that have joined us live, how you doing? I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. So let's see who we have got on. I've already greeted Inspiring Mealtimes with Latanya. So hey, Latanya. Carol at My Blessed Nest, and then Michelle from My Everyday Wife Life is on with us as well. Thrifting Adventures, and I believe Thrifting Adventures' name is Stephanie. Thrifting Adventures, let me know if that's correct. Put your name in the chat box, and that'll help me out there. And then Sandy from Sister Cousins Lifestyle, how are you doing? And Thrifty Tashi is with us as well. And Tashi gave me my first like. Thank you, Tashi. And if the rest of you guys could give me a thumbs up, that would be great. And Rocky Mountain Gardens, that's Mary. How are you, Mary? And then Suye from My Style, My Colors says she is still up. I cannot believe it, but Suye is, I'm glad you're here because I have a question for you. On your email for your collaboration, you said it was at 13. And I'm like, okay, what is 13? Is that 1:30 p.m. or whatever? And this is for the new collaboration. This is for the coffee table one. So if you could put me in the correct time for that, I'd appreciate that. So, hey, Andrea Mason from the Queen's Court. And thank you. And actually, Thrifting Adventures is Stephanie, and it's actually a dress. So it's one of my dresses that I got for summer. So, Suya, you put in 13 p.m., but what? Oh, okay. So what is 13 p.m.? Is that 1300, which would be 1 o'clock p.m.? That's what I wasn't sure about. So 13 p.m. So is that 1:30 p.m. or what is 13 p.m. is my question. I know it's British time, but I wasn't sure. I know 1200 is like 12 o'clock. And then 1300 is 1 o'clock. So is that what this is? 1300? So that's the question. Is it 1 o'clock? Okay, gotcha. So I'll make sure that I put that in there. So it's 1300. Well, I know it's 1 p.m. So I got that. All right. 1 o'clock p.m. Gotcha. Guys, and I will apologize. I will snort a few times tonight. I know that it's so indelicate, but I'm still battling these allergies. They're much better, but I may occasionally give a little indelicate snort. So please forgive me. I'll try not to. And then there's Penny from At Penny's Place. Hey, Penny, good to have you with us. So ladies from the Sister Circle, let's circle up tonight. As you guys can tell, I'm feeling pretty good today. I have not felt well the past couple of weeks. My allergies have been crazy, and I have just been exhausted caring for my mother. Now, she's been much better the last 3 or 4 days, or I should say much more cooperative. Because I tell you what, previously, I thought I was going to lose my mind because she just was uncooperative and was just so much going on. So the last few days have been much easier. So I'm feeling pretty good today, and I can breathe. So let's circle up, ladies, and throw me in a circle. And for those of you that are new, and if you're wondering like, well, what does that circle up mean? And let me find mine. Okay. There it is. So when we drop that little red circle, or we say circle up, that means we are ready to take care of business. So we are ready to do that. We are ready to take care of business. And I see Karen from Mainer Mom is on with us. Suye says she can't find the circle. Suye, if you look down in your emojis, and then you type in, like where it says emojis, type in like circle, then you'll see a few circles pop up down there, and that's where you can get them. It took me forever to find out. So yes, Cindy, so what you want to do is you want to go into the emoji box where it says, you see the little emoji sign, and in that emoji box, type in circle, and then you should see a few circles pop up down there, and then just click it. So, okay, so 15 Adventures, Stephanie has found her circle. Miss Congeniality, our beauty contest winner, is with us tonight, and I'm just teasing her. I just like to tease her about that. Dee from Designers Loft is with us, and so the ladies are jumping in here. So Suye says she's using her school's laptop and it's pretty old. No emojis. Suye, I just learned how to do that emoji a few weeks ago. So really, don't feel bad about not being able to do that. But hello, ladies of the Sister Circle. I am so glad you are here. I am hoping to have a special guest with us tonight. My little granddaughter is starting her own YouTube channel. So I'm hoping she will join us tonight. I did invite her to join us tonight because as we go through some of the channel audits, hers is one of the ones I plan to do. So hopefully we will see her as well. Cheryl at I Style My Style is here. So ladies, yes, yes, yes. So before we get started, what you sipping on? I've got lemonade. In the summertime, there is nothing better than ice cold lemonade. And my favorite one is the Simply Lemonade. So what you got tonight? So Karen at Mainer Mom says she has water. What do some of the rest of you have? So it's Stephanie at I Style My Style. No, it's Cheryl at I Style My Style. Has water with apple cider vinegar. Oh my goodness, Mary at Rocky Mountain Gardens, raspberry lemonade is my second favorite lemonade. And Leah Rowe at Junker Necker is drinking blueberry tea. No, wait a minute. Leah Rowe is sipping coffee. Cal's Talk just joined us. Hey Cal, how you doing? Oh, so Diva's drinking strawberry Fanta soda. Carol has, let's see, what does Carol have? Tea with lemon. And then Suye has blueberry tea. Sandy has water. Michelle just dropped me Michelle has coffee. And then Dee has blueberry tea. Ice water. So yes. So, and Thrifty Tashi is asking, is that blueberry tea iced or hot? I bet that blueberry tea. Oh, you know what? That is a good question. Is it iced or hot? Don't know. Yeah. And then Andrea has water. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump into it because we've got a lot to cover tonight. I was looking around at a few things, and since I was feeling a little better tonight, I had more time to really put more thought into what our YouTube strategy was going to be tonight. Oh my goodness, Andrea Mason at the Queen's Court, she hit 1,000 subscribers. So hooray, hooray, hooray. Everybody drop Andrea some kudos for hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark. That is great, Angela. That is so good. It takes a minute to get there, and it feels like you're never going to get it done. I mean, you start out with 2 or 3 subscribers, and then you get 10, and then you get 20, and then you get 100. But when you hit that first 1,000 mark, it is amazing. Now, once you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you can join the YouTube Partner Program, which means your channel can become monetized. That's number one. The other thing is that you can also get a community tab once you reach 1,000 subscribers. There's no watch time limit on that. Now, YouTube's running a little behind right now, so it may be a minute before they get you updated to get your community tab. But the community tab is nice, and I'm going to try to figure out ways to use mine more often. But Thrifting Adventure said it took her over a year. I think it took me a while too to get there, but it is so nice when you finally do. So congratulations. All right. Okay, so let me go ahead and take a look at my notes, and I'll give you a rundown for today's show. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about our quarantine cooking at home with me collaboration, which we just wrapped up. Then we'll talk about the value of the description box and what best practice looks like. And then next we'll do some shout outs in the form of mini channel audits, looking at the description boxes in particular and how tags and keyword phrases can help with SEO. And the links for the channels that we're going to be looking at tonight are already in the description box. So I was able to plan ahead and then get those channels linked in the description box so that you know which ones we're going to be taking a look at. And then if you've got another device that you can look at their channels while I'm looking at their channels, then it'll just be much more helpful to you as we do that. And I did try to send people onion juice. So Penny's Place is telling me there's a home remedy for onion juice that helps to cure your sinuses. I will look into it. I have to tell you what, my sinuses, my allergies have been so bad. I'm actually willing to give it a try. I'll take a look at that, Penny. But okay, so then we'll do some shout outs. And in the form of the shout outs today are going to be the channels that we use for the channel audits. And when I say channel audits, they're going to be mini audits, meaning very little. We're going to be looking at their titles, their description box, and keyword phrases and titles and that kind of thing. How many minutes does the 4,000 hours of watch time add up to? I do not know. I just know you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, suppose you could multiply 60 by 4,000, and that will let you know how many minutes you have to have. Then we'll get some updates on Open Invites and Collabs. And just keep in mind that if we're on too long and we don't get a chance to get through the Open Invites, and I can get them in, before I have to jump off. But I will put them in the description box, but I probably won't get them in there until tomorrow. I'll see if I can get them in there tonight, but I won't guarantee it. But I will try. Hey, Wendy, always busy. And then Joan just jumped on with us as well. Oh, Joan, the Thrifting Queen. Hey, it's good to have you with us. So, yes, nice to have you on. And let's see. And then when we're done with that, if you ladies have any questions, then we can answer those if it's not too long. And keep in mind, ladies, I am not the YouTube guru. I am just sharing with all of you guys the things that I've learned. I paid for several YouTube courses, and the things that I learned, I am sharing with you guys. So, I share with you guys what I know, but I don't know everything. So, hey, Joan Brody. And Create with Cindy. And so, yes. So how is everybody doing? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. So today's video assignment is the secret to getting 50,000 views per day on YouTube. And it's with Liron Segev by Video Influencers. And the link is already in the description box. And it is one of the interviews that Benji Travis did on the Video Influencers VI show. And you guys should know Liron. He is from vidIQ. and he's our chocolate cake guy, but he's not talking about that per se today. But I think you will get a lot of value from this particular video. And one of the comments that he made that really made me think was when he said to run your own race. So please take a look at that video, because one of the things that he said when he said run your own race, it really made me think about that. And he was saying, don't look at other YouTube channels and look at what they're doing and wonder why you're not getting the kind of progress they're getting. Not to be concerned about what they're got this many subscribers and they're getting this and they're getting that. Why am I not doing thus and such? And it really spoke to me, because sometimes I will admit I get, kind of whiny, just like everybody else does. And I'll be like, well, why isn't my channel growing more? Well, how come I'm not doing blah, 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 blah? And you guys know I'm always trying to encourage you guys, but there's a few of you that have heard me whine, and I apologize for that. But so yes, so do take a look at that, because he has a lot of good advice, I think, from that particular video. Now, I see that Andrea is asking, where did you find that on YouTube Studio? And I'm not sure where that is, but somewhere in the Creator Academy, it tells you that you do have to have 4,000 hours of watch time to join the YouTube Partner Program. So if you look at the YouTube Creator Academy, which is posted by YouTube, and they put out new videos every week to help us creators learn how to manage YouTube, they will tell you there that you need 4,000 hours of watch time to be in the YouTube Partner Program, plus 1,000 subscribers. However, to get your community tab, you just have to have 1,000 subscribers. So that's all you need from that. And yes, we all do need to be encouraged, because like I said, I get kind of whiny, and I happened to be looking at Facebook today. I don't know why. Oh, I was looking for something for church for my mom, and I came across a post where I had sent Mary at Mary's Nest a post to welcome her to YouTube and to the Facebook group for Video Ranking Academy. This was her very first post. She had just joined 2 years ago. And I remember giving her a little bit of advice every now and then. And now look who's like the YouTube queen. Mary has got over 175,000 subscribers. And I'm hoping to get to 25,000 by the end of June. So every now and then I have to say, okay, Denise, don't whine. Like what's for you is for you. So yes. And I think it's Tashi that's saying, she said, good point, that sometimes she's been struggling in that area, but from now on, she's just going to be me and share what she enjoys. Now, Tashi, I noticed that you had changed your name to Thrifty Tashi, which is fine, which means that your channel is going to be dealing with something related to thrifting, whether that thrifting is actually going out thrifting to purchase like secondhand or vintage items, or being thrifty with your finances around your home. I don't know yet. We'd have to take a look at what your value proposition is to actually know what that is. But when you say you're going to post things that you enjoy, that's fine, but make sure it's on target with what you say your channel is about. Because one of the things that I want to remind everybody that my mentor, who is Sean Cannell, said to all of us in one of our sessions was, don't ever post a video that your subscribers didn't ask for. Don't ever post a video that your subscribers didn't ask for. And what that means is this. If I say my channel is about homemaking, cooking, and cleaning, and laundry, the art and science of homemaking, then if I'm posting any kind of DIY project, it's got to be really, really specific, and it's got to be tied to homemaking in some way. That's what that means. Now, Suye at My Style, My Color says, if you want to build your channel, you guys are popping in there with so many questions. I can't get, okay, here we go. Suye says, if you want to build your channel, or if you want to build your watch time, do shop with me videos, because no one wants to skip to the end in those shop with me videos. And that's a good advice, Suye. Shop with me videos are great because people do want to watch all of those. And oh, ladies, our special guest tonight is Jordan Ashley. If you guys kind of look, she's like the second comment from the bottom. And Jordan Ashley is my granddaughter. She's 16 years old, and she just launched her YouTube channel just last week. So she just launched her YouTube channel last week. So if everyone could welcome our newest little sister, and this one is truly our little sister, Jordan Ashley. And we're going to, when we do our channel audits, we're going to hit her channel as the first one because I didn't want to keep her on too long. I'm not sure whatever she has planned. But yes, she launched her YouTube channel, and she's posted her very first video. So she's got video number 1 that's up, and it is called Taking That First Walk of Faith for Teens. So it's going to be, it is a Christian channel for teens. So welcome, Jordan Ashley. Welcome to our sister circle. And when you see that little circle in there, that means that the sisters are ready to circle up. That means we're ready to close the gap, tighten up, to take action on our YouTube channels, because we're going to grow these channels 1 subscriber at a time. Now, for those of you that are new, one of the things you can't say on this live stream, you can't use the word subscriber. I'm the only one that can use it. If you put the word subscriber in your comment, or even if you put channel in your comment, YouTube will block you. So you can't use that. And live, so now, Carol, you're asking, do live streams help with your minutes? Yes. Live streams do help with your minutes. They count because, you know, you've got people on the platform, so they count. And hey, Stephanie, I must have missed it when you joined us. All right, so let's see. So again, Liron says, run your own race. What's for you is for you, and focus on what you need to focus on. And one of the things that so many of us focus on sometimes are what they call the vanity metrics. And I'm going to type that in there. Vanity metrics. And that includes views and subscriber counts. Now, those are considered vanity metrics, meaning metrics which really don't mean very much. It's just kind of vain. You know, we're looking at those. But if you don't get the views, you can't increase your watch time because people aren't looking. So you got to get them. You got to get them. You got to get the click so that they can watch whatever it is you've got. And then if they watch it and they like it, then that can help you get more subscribers. And the more subscribers you have, if they are active, can help you get unlock other features on YouTube. So, you know, they are important, but they're not the end all to be all. And then Sweet Urban Rose. No, for Latanya, for live capabilities, you have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live on a mobile device. But on a desktop, you can go live at any time. So for example, on this channel, on my YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan, which I broke off and separated out from my This and That with Denise Jordan, I only have 150 subscribers. So I'm going live on my desktop. I can't go live on my tablet, and I can't go live on my phone with less than 1,000 subscribers. But you can go live with your desktop. Now, Thrifting Adventure says 1,000 is only for the phone, but from my understanding, it's for any mobile device. So your phone and a tablet. You've got to have a laptop or a desktop to be able to go live with if you've got less than subscribers, less than 1,000 subscribers. All right, so there's that. So now for those of you, if you have not met Liron Segev, and he is our big teddy bear from vidIQ, who would talk to us about chocolate cake and how SEO, how YouTube is a search engine and all that kind of thing. I'm going to put one or two of the links to that in the description box, because I just realized we've got a lot of new people on, and so they will need that information as well. So I will put that in the description box for you to check out. All right, so let's get into our YouTube strategy session first, and then we'll go quickly into our channel audits. And the first one I'm going to do is Jordan Ashley's. All right, so our YouTube strategy tonight has to do with the description box. And what I've learned is that the description box is prime real estate. So when you put together your description box, you want to make sure that you're really packing those first 3 lines with information. The description box lets the YouTube algorithm or the robots know what your channel is about. It helps the algorithm or the robots to know who to show your video to. And it also helps you get your channel into suggested video and found on search. So it's important that you optimize your description box. Now, I'm going to type that word in here, optimize your description box, because I realize that sometimes people don't always know what we mean by that. So when I say optimize your description box, that means that in your description box, in the first 3 lines, you are going to repeat your title. You're going to use your keyword phrases, and you're going to put some important tags in those first 3 lines. Now, and it's probably even more important to get it in those first 2 lines, because I'll show you something that I found today. But I was looking at my channel today, and when I just kind of clicked on my home page and I was looking at my channel, and I looked at the video on my uploads. So on the list of uploads, it shows 4 videos in a horizontal, in a vertical fashion. And then across from the video, it tells you what that video is about. But you only saw the title and the first 2 lines of the video. So if you don't have your title and your keyword phrases and your tags in those first 3 lines, or those first 2 lines, but definitely the first 3, then people may not see them. They may miss it. So they won't know necessarily what your video is about. So when you're putting together your description box, don't say, "Hi, my name is Denise, and I like to cook, clean, and do laundry." You don't want to put that in the first line of your description box or your first 2 lines. And the reason for that is because if you've got, "Hi, my name is Denise, and I like to do cooking, cleaning, and laundry. So I started this video because I wanted to share my knowledge of my 45 years of marriage with all of you. But my video is about how to keep white shirts white, or how to get rid of ring around the collar." How is, number one, the YouTube algorithm going to know that? Because it's the first 3 lines that they're trying to read. And also you, the viewer, those are the first 3. Those are the first 3 lines as well. So it's like, you want to make sure that you're putting that important information in those first 3 lines, because I need to see it so that I know what your video is about. And then the YouTube algorithm needs to be able to see that as well. So don't put, "Hi, my name is Denise, and I like to do blah, blah, blah," in those first 3 lines. You can put those lower down in the description box, maybe line 5, 6, or 7, but not in the first 3. Also, do not repeat the title on your thumbnail. Your thumbnail should complement your title. So if your title is about how to take care of ring around the collar, You know, how to get rid of ring around the collar is your title. And then on the thumbnail, I may have a white shirt that you can see like just the collar and here down on a guy. And then I might have no more ring around the collar, or how to keep white shirts white, or something like that. But I will put something on the thumbnail to complement the title, but it's not the exact same words, because let's say if someone's looking at the video from their cell phone, and maybe all they're going to read is the title on the caption on the thumbnail, then it needs to also let them know what the video is about, but we're not repeating those words. And remember too, when you're putting the caption on your thumbnail, you want 5 words or less. Okay, so there's that. Hey, Ordine, it's good to have you there. But do include your video title in the first 3 lines. You want to make sure you repeat the title in the first 3 lines of your video. So if my video is titled how to get rid of ring around the collar is my video title, then on my first 3 lines in my description box, I am going to write, in this video, I'm going to show you how to get rid of ring around the collar. Or in ring around the collar, Denise Jordan shows you how to get that nasty ring out of your white shirts, or something like that. So use your keyword phrase in those first 3 lines. So if my keyword phrase is how to get white shirts white, how to take care of ring around the collar, and let me just look up that real quick. Let's say I typed in the search bar ring around the collar. So when I type in the search bar ring around the collar, what I'm seeing here is easily remove ring around the collar. How to remove ring around the collar with baking soda. How does hydrogen peroxide remove ring around the collar? So I might put in my title, remove ring around the collar with baking soda. So then in my description box, I'm going to put, in this video, I'm going to show you how to remove ring around the collar with baking soda. And I need to do that video. But so is everybody with me on that? If you guys are with me on that, drop me a circle up in the chat box. If not, ask your question. So is everybody with me right now? So use your keyword phrases and your tags in those first 3 lines of your description box. Okay, so the circles are coming in. All right. So you might have several tags for that particular topic. Maybe ring around the collar, how to remove ring around the collar, how to remove ring around the collar with vinegar, how to remove ring around the collar with baking soda, how to remove ring around the collar with OxyClean, or just ring around the collar, how to remove ring around the collar from men's white dress shirts, those kind of things. So those are all the keyword phrases or tags that I'm using. I'm going to have at least 2 of those in the first 3 lines of my description box, and I'm going to repeat my title there. So there's that. Also, so now one thing I want to be sure to point out too is when you use those first 3 lines, you want to make it into a sentence, because those first 2 to 3 lines, you're talking to the humans. You're talking to me. You're talking to Cindy. You're talking to Keisha. You're talking to Karen, because they're going to read those first 2 lines. They're going to say, oh, this is how to get ring around the collar out with baking soda. I need to do that. But you're also talking to the robots who are working the YouTube algorithm. So that's what you want to know. So now D at Designer Loft, you say you're scrubbing away. Now you know. I got 2 or 3 videos up about how to get ring around the collar, because I wash my husband's white shirts frequently. So I've got a couple of videos there. If you need to know that, look on my YouTube channel, This and That with Denise Jordan. I can show you how to do it. Trust me. But also when you put those keyword phrases in the description box, make sure you put them down below in the tag box. And when you use your hashtags, put your hashtags in the description box and then put the hashtag in the tag box. And just, I'm sure most of you know this, but when you do a hashtag, it's one word. Like that. When you put in a hashtag, it's all one word. If you put a space in between, then like this, what you're going to end up with is hashtag Jordan, and the rest of it is not going to appear. So when you do your hashtag, make sure it's all one word. Now, D is saying, do people search with hashtags? Yes, they do. Now, they might search with hashtags more on Instagram than they do with YouTube, but yes, they do search with hashtags. Well, Carol, you may not have to repeat the hashtag twice. I put the hashtag in the description box, and then I put it in the tag box because I want to make sure the robots are getting it. You could probably put it in the description box and just leave it that way. But yes, when you use your hashtag, there are no spaces in the hashtag, because if you put a space in there, it's going to be cut off. So again, look at how I put in that Jordan and Jordan Ashley. The first one is Jordan Ashley Faith, and there is no space. But the second one, I put a space after Jordan, and now you've got the hashtag will just read Jordan. So people will search. So let's say, for example, you're in a collaboration and it's the hashtag quarantine cooking at home with me 4. I can go to the YouTube search bar. I can type in that hashtag, and every video that's used that hashtag will come up. So that's how I can get videos in the description box that may not have been able to populate themselves. So Carol, I repeat it that way, but you don't always have to. Now, Penny is asking, what do you mean by in the tag box? Well, Penny, can we save that to the very end? I'll just answer it very quickly, very briefly. But when you are uploading your YouTube video and you put in your description, then down below, after you get your description in and after you get your thumbnail in, there will be a little box that might say, either it'll say more or advanced or something like that. You click on that box, and then it opens up another box below that shows you how to put in your keyword phrases or your tags, those keyword phrases that you use to search your video. So that's all I'm going to say about that for now. Penny, if you want to stick around later, we can chat about that more, or you and I can get on individually, but we can save that to the end. But remind me, because you guys know I'll forget. Okay, so the other thing you want to make sure you do, and this is you're talking to the robots now, is put it in a section called About This Video. And I learned this from Sean Cannell. So put in a section called About This Video in every video in your description box. But you could put it in towards the bottom, because in the About This Video section, you're talking to the robots. The humans aren't going to probably read down that far. But you're going to put in a section called About This Video, and you're going to title it just like that, About This Video. And then I'm going to repeat my title in About This Video in how to, because the video is how to remove ring around the collar with baking soda. So I'm going to say in how to remove ring around the collar with baking soda. Then I'm going to say my name. Denise Jordan of This and That with Denise Jordan is sharing with viewers how to remove ring around the collar with baking soda. So now I've said it again. So I'm saying all this for the robot so they pick up on that information. And then I'm going to say video content includes how to remove ring around the collar, how to remove ring around the collar with baking soda, ring around the collar. So I can stuff in a few keyword phrases right there at the end, but just a few. You don't want to do too many. So there's that. So always put in a section about this video or about this live stream. And then you also want to have a section in your description box that is share this video. And then you're just going to put just like share how to remove ring around the collar with baking soda with this link. So now notice I've used my title a third time, and I'm going to put the link in there. So let's say Shanji wants to share that video with a friend because her husband's white shirts look a hot mess. And she's like, girl, you need to see this video. So then she can send that link there, and it's nice and easily done. So notice I've repeated the title in that description box 3 or 4 times. In my first 3 lines, in my about this video, and in my share this video. But in my share this video, you're going to put the link in. Is everybody with me? If you're with me, say I'm with you. Just write in there, I'm with you. So is everybody with me? About this video, share this video. And when you share this video, you're going to drop the link in. And in the first 2 lines, you're talking to the humans. But in about this video, which can go further down in your description box, you're talking to the robots. Okay. And, we're trying to optimize our videos because we want the YouTube algorithm to pick up our keyword phrases and our tags so they know what our video is about. So Carol said she's not seeing any posts in the chat. Carol, I'm not sure why you're not seeing posts, because I'm seeing something from everybody. And one other thing I want you guys to make sure you get is to say, and I'm going to type this in here, say your title and key word phrases in the first 2 lines of your video. That means in your intro. So when you have created your title for your video, you are using a keyword phrase or a keyword to create your title. And then when you open your video, in this video, I'm going to show you how to remove ring around the collar with baking soda. That's the first line I say in the video. And then I'll say, but before we get into that, if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan and blah, 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 whatever I'm going to talk about. And then I'll say, okay, let's jump into it. My husband's white shirts are such a blah, 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 blah. And I'm always struggling with how to get rid of ring around the collar. So I'm going to be using baking soda to remove ring around the collar. Do you guys get that? I'm seeing all of you guys' comments. You might need to refresh, because the only time people's comments shouldn't appear is if they put in contraband stuff. Can we change? Wait a minute. Can we change the title of an old video which was posted? Oh yeah, at any time. Yeah, you can change the title. You can even go in and edit the description box of videos that you posted previously. But if you've got a video that's been doing really well, don't bother it. If it's one that's been posted for a while and it's not performing very well, then change it. But if it's doing well, leave it alone. But yeah, you can change that. All right, so now One of the things that I did when I was preparing for this session was I went to my channel and I looked at what was showing on my home page. And on my video, Easy Bean Soup in the Slow Cooker / How to Make 15 Bean Soup, that was my title. Only the first 2 lines in the description box was able to be seen. So this is what they could read from those first 2 lines. Enjoy this easy bean soup in the slow cooker. It's easy and so delicious. I added a smoked ham hock and smoked turkey for flavor. Want to know how to make homemade bean soup for your family? Watch this. So now it stopped at this. But do you see how many times I repeated easy bean soup in the slow cooker, and then easy bean soup? And then here was another video that I just recently posted. And remember, in those first 3 lines of your description box, you're talking to the humans. So you want to make it flow and read like you're talking to humans. You don't want to just stuff it with keywords. Some people do it and it works for them. I've not tried that. So Suye says, my mac and cheese video is doing extremely well. Was it pure luck or were you intentional in your strategy? I'm going to tell you guys, that was one of the first videos that I put up when I took my Video Ranking Academy. And so I was very meticulous. I went through all the information that Sean told us to do, and I followed the process, and it did very well. But also, it's one of those videos that everybody loves mac and cheese. And at certain times of the year, people are looking for it, particularly leading up to holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it worked well. And then it started getting pushed out and recommended, and then it just grew from there. All right, so here was another video that I did, DIY planner box. Notice the title, DIY planner box / how to make a flower box from a crate. Now that's my title. What I have in my description box, and this is all you could read in the first 2 lines on that particular page. In DIY planner box, I show you how to make a flower box from a crate. So now I've repeated my title in the first line. I was inspired to try this by Ron Finley, the Gangster Gardener. The results were amazing. This video is part of the 2020 blah, blah, blah. And then on how to make stovetop chicken bone broth, and I hope you guys saw that, how to make chicken bone broth. Here was the title, how to make stovetop chicken bone broth / easy chicken bone broth recipe. And then first 2 lines of the description box. In how to make stovetop chicken bone broth, Denise Jordan shows you how to make an easy chicken bone broth recipe as she moves to a no-waste kitchen. So in those first 2 lines, I've repeated my title and I've used my keyword phrase, chicken bone broth, twice. Thank you, Carol. All right, so now let's take a look at our video. So is everybody with me right now? Am I making sense for you guys? Because if everybody's with me, then we're going to start looking at the titles. Okay, so the first channel we're going to look at is Jordan Ashley's channel, and her link is in the description box. But if you want to follow, if you type in Jordan Ashley Faith, and you will be able to, her video will come up. And I suggested that she add faith in her description box and in her hashtag, because there were several other Jordan Ashleys out there. There were a lot of them. So this is the YouTube channel. This is the way you can find her. So we're going to take a look at her channel. We're going to do a mini channel audit. So let me get to YouTube on my iPad here. And I'm not going to be too hard on her because, you know, this is her very first video. And this is not all one word. It's 3 words: Jordan, Ashley, Faith. And when you type that in, you'll see a pretty young lady sitting there on her in her little studio, and it says taking the first steps of faith for teens. So you can see on her thumbnail, and this is her very first thumbnail, it says grow in your faith. So there's faith and grow in your faith, and there's her picture.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan Ashley Green, and
I'm not going to say how adorable she is because, of course, I'm partial, but let's take a look at the things that she's doing. So when you take a look at what she's doing, if you look at her title again, taking the first steps of faith for teens, look in her description box. So I hope Jordy is still on. I hope you're still on. Yep, she's on. Okay. So take a look at her description box. So Jordan, we're going to take a look at your description box. So her title is taking the first steps of faith for teens. And then if you look in the description box, it says, taking those first steps of faith for teens can be a little scary. So notice she reused some of those keywords, taking the first steps of faith and for teens. And she said, but once you do it, your life will never be the same. In taking the first steps of faith for teens, she, repeats her title again. Jordan Ashley gives Christian advice for teens wanting to follow Christ. So, and then look at her hashtags. Hashtag the Confidence Club, which is one of the things that she does. She's written a couple of books, and the title for a little series she has is called The Confidence Club. And then hashtag Christian Girl. Jordan, I think you should also use the hashtag Jordan Ashley Faith as a hashtag so that people can find you easily. I mean, I think you should just claim it and own it right from the beginning. But notice, ladies, that in the first 2 lines, she gave you all the pertinent information. You see what her title is. You see her keyword phrases, which is grow in faith on her thumbnail, but it's also here in her hashtag, in her description box. Now, we can't see her tag box, but she's got those keywords in there. And then in the next paragraph, she says, hi, everyone. My name is Jordan, and this is my first video. So she shares the information that she wants. She wants you to know that this is her first video, and she's excited. But she made sure that in the first 2 lines you see is the most important information. Now, Karen wants to know, how do you get the hashtags over the title? You have to put the hashtags in the description box. Now, they will pop up over the title regardless of, I believe, regardless of where you place them. But the best thing is to get those hashtags in the first 3 or 4 lines of your description box. So if you can take a look at Jordan's description, if you've got another device, if you take a look at her description, hashtag, and you've got it in there, Jordan, I'm sorry. Hashtag Jordan Ashley Faith, hashtag Confidence Club, and hashtag Christian Girl. So those 3 are in there. And then they pop up there above your title. YouTube will just automatically do that. And then notice she's got the about this video section. And the one thing that you don't have in here, Jordan, is to share this video and then the link to make it easy for people to share. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. And let's go to she doesn't have it a playlist yet, so we can't check that. And about. And there's nothing in the about section. So Jordan, you might want to think about what is your channel about and put something in there as well. Keep it in mind that only those first 2 lines are going to show up in search. So Stephanie, you have a question. Go ahead, Stephanie. What is it? And then while Stephanie's typing her question in, so you guys, again, let's give Jordan some kudos for her very first video. Jordan, I think you did a great job. Her new video comes out tonight. Well, Grandma will be sure to check it out. As soon as I'm done, I'll be checking that out. And if you ladies don't mind checking her out and maybe recommending her to the teens in your family, I think you will be pleased with what she shares. So, yes. So thank you, Jordan. All right. So the next channel we're going to take a look at is Clarissa Coward. We're going to look at Clarissa Coward next. Okay. So let me find the question. So I did encourage you guys to share the information. Okay, so Stephanie's good question, Stephanie. The about this video box. Don't you put that in the first 3 lines of your description box? No. The about this video is a little bit of a repetition. And let me just say that. If you take a look at the way Jordan did hers, the about this video is a little bit of a repetition, and you can put it closer down to the bottom because that section is for the robots. The first 2 or 3 lines in your description box, that's where you're putting the information for the humans. So it may be a little repetitious, but it's okay because that's not going to take up all. You might put more information in this about this video than you have in those first 3 lines. Does that make sense for you? Does that help, Stephanie? Because again, when you type in that about this video towards the bottom, you're talking to the robots there. In the first 2 lines of the description box, where Jordan says, where she says, taking those first steps of faith for teens can be a little scary. She's talking to the teens there. But if you look further down toward the bottom, when she says, hi, everyone, my name is Jordan, and then about this video, that's for the robots because the average person, the person may or may not scroll all the way down and see that. So that's why. And so it's repetitious. So Thrifting Adventure, Sandy said she noticed her channel has the same name as another channel. When we looked, she chose, well, she's using her name, which is Jordan Ashley, as her channel name. And there were lots of Jordan Ashleys, which we didn't realize until she had posted her first video. So that's why I suggested that she add the Jordan Ashley Faith in her title, because that will give her a little bit of, that way she'll be identified. Okay, so we're going to go on. We're going to look at Clarissa Coward next. So Jordan, thank you so much for joining us. And we're going to go on. We're going to look at another channel now. And we're going to look at Clarissa Coward's channel. And Clarissa is one of the ones now I like. Okay, come on. She has the cutest avatar. She has the cutest avatar on her email. Okay, I must be spelling it wrong because I am spelling it wrong. Okay, CLEARISSA. And I did put the links to the channels in there. So Clarissa Coward. So let's take a look at her channel now. And I'll put her name here. But I do have it in the description box. This is her channel name. And Cal said her dog ate her charger. Now, the dog ate my homework. Then the dog jumped on my computer and messed up my homework. Now the dog ate my charger. Okay, girl, that's a new one. All right. So let's take a look at Clarissa Coward's channel. And her channel is about a cozy lifestyle. So it's all about lifestyle kind of stuff. So now, if we take a look at her about page to see what her value proposition is, she says, oh, good night, Suye. It's 1:45 in the morning there. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe you're on with us. All right. So her about page says, I'm a home enthusiast and my channel is a lifestyle channel with an emphasis on organization, cleaning, DIY, and etc. So we know it's about it's a home lifestyle channel. Well, hi, Creating with Joy. Welcome. All right. So now we're going to look at Clarissa's video. The video that says the quarantine cooking at home with me macaroni salad. That's the video we're going to look at. It's the first video that comes up. So it's her quarantine cooking at home with me macaroni salad. So there's her title, Quarantine Cooking at Home with Me Macaroni Salad. So she was in on our quarantine cooking collaboration. Oh, sorry. There was a snort. Sorry, guys. So now let's take a look at what she says. She says, today I am participating in a collaboration series, Quarantine Cooking. The collaboration is hosted by Denise Jordan of This and That with Denise Jordan and Kenya of Kenya's Decor Corner and the Sister Circle. The links to our channel is here, and grab your favorite libation and enjoy the playlist. Let's do something that brings joy. Now, I have some suggestions on how to make this description box a little bit stronger. First of all, if you take a look at her title, Quarantine Cooking at Home with Me Macaroni Salad, she's got the quarantine cooking in her description box. So great, we've got that. But we don't know she's making macaroni salad because she doesn't tell us that. And here's my question. As you look at this description, what's the most important piece in this description? I mean, I like the fact that she's given me a shout out by saying it's hosted by blah, 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 blah. But she needs to let us know what she's about first. So my suggestion could be when she says, today I am participating in a collaboration series, the quarantine cooking, and I'm making macaroni salad. So I need to see that in those first 3 lines and those first 2 lines. So do you guys see what I mean there? Is everybody with me on that? So again, her title is Quarantine Cooking at Home with Me Macaroni Salad. Her description box says, today I am participating in a collaboration series, Quarantine Cooking, which is fine because she's got the quarantine cooking in there. But the macaroni salad, which is important because, oh, she's making macaroni salad. So did Clarissa jump on? Because I was waiting for her. Because I emailed people and let them know that I was jumping, that we were going to do, they were going to be given a shout out tonight. So again, the important part for this person is the fact that she's participating in the collaboration and she's making macaroni salad. So her title, Quarantine Cooking at Home with Me Macaroni Salad, needs to be in those first 2 lines. So that's number 1. Number 2, the links to like me and Kenya and the fact that we're the host and all of that, she could start that with line 3 or 4. Now, or if it's just one person, or just a couple names, you can start that with line 3 or 4, but make sure her pertinent information is in there because this is her channel. This is her video. And first and foremost, Clarissa needs to get the views and then she can send people to take a look at us. So there's that. And I like the fact that she gave the links for the playlist and all that kind of stuff in there. And Clarissa's got her own website. So with her own website, she can direct you from her video, YouTube video, to her website, which is excellent. I'm still working on mine. So she's got that going on. And she's got the cutest little avatar. It is just so cute. What are other suggestions that you have for Clarissa looking at her her title and her keywords based on what we've talked about tonight? Do you have any other thoughts? I could see an about this video section in here. Maybe after she's talked about, after she's given her hashtag, she could put in, or after she's listed the weeks of the playlist, she could drop in an about this video section. So Joan Brody says her description box is the perfect example of what not to do, and she's going to work on it. Well, Joan, some people's description boxes are like that. But when I've observed your live streams, you get a lot of people that jump on your live streams. I haven't looked at your videos lately, but you were getting lots of traction. So whatever you've been doing, it apparently has been working. So that's the good thing. So there's that. Okay, let's go to another video of Clarissa's. Let's look at her second video, which is shopping haul, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Let's take a look at that one. And it pops open with a nice little sting. And then she tells you it's a cozy lifestyle, social media, let's get in touch, that kind of thing. Subscribe, comment, there's the ask. And then in 17 seconds, you're into what she's about to do. So she's saying, hey, friends, blah, 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 blah. This is what we're doing today. What is the title for this video? Shopping haul, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, home centric, hashtag home goods, and then / Marshalls. Let's look at the description box. Today, I am sharing my first shopping haul for something other than essentials since March 11th. It was so good to get out and play for a bit. We wore a mask and gloves and we stayed safe, but grab your favorite libation and enjoy the playlist. So she's talking to the humans here, and what she's saying makes perfect sense because, you know, she's excited that she's been able to do a shopping haul that has something to do with other than just food. However, you have to wonder if the robots, if the Autobots are going to pick up this information, because, you know, we don't see the title other than shopping haul. We see that word shopping haul that shows up. Cindy, no, I don't review people's channel every week. And how do you get on the schedule? I just, you know, like when I'm trying to figure out what we're going to talk about like that day, and I thought, okay, we'll talk about description boxes. And I looked at a couple videos that I went through, and I remembered a few channels. There were a couple of channels that I had looked at earlier that I thought, oh, we should address the description box and help them look at this. And then I tried to look at some that had opportunities for improvement, and some that I thought looked pretty good, and some that were not what they were supposed to be, but the people were still doing very well. Just to give some various examples. Cindy, if you want us to take a look at you, we certainly can. I don't think we have any kind of order or anything like that on how we look at channels. So we can certainly look at you next week. I just have to remember to do that. But okay. So, but when you take a look at her description box, there's a couple of things, though, that I want you to say, that I want you to see. And again, we see shopping haul, which that's a huge keyword. I mean, shopping haul, lots of people use that. So, but shopping haul, Dollar Tree is huge. A lot of people want to see Dollar Tree videos, but we don't know from looking at her description box that it has anything to do with Dollar Tree. Now, she may have that in her tag box, which I can't see from here, but that's something, though, that I hope she did put it in there. But certainly, she'd also want to have that Dollar Tree and Dollar General somewhere in those first 3 lines of her description box. Does that make sense for you guys? And then one other thing that I want to point out, and Clarissa, if you're on, one of the things you say to do, you say, grab your favorite libation and enjoy the playlist. So I was like, playlist? What playlist? Because I didn't get that this was a series from reading this description. So if there is a series, like if this is part one of something else, you need to tell us that. So I thought, well, let me see what the playlist is. And what I found is that it's a playlist of, let me see, let me find it now. I got to go there again now. I was trying to see what playlist it was a part of, and I don't see the link for that. Now, maybe I'm missing it this time. Yeah, I don't see the playlist here, but I'm thinking, if I'm remembering this correctly, she had, if I'm remembering this correctly, oh, she has 19 videos on shopping hauls. Okay. There was another person who I had looked at, and they had a playlist. Oh, I know who it was. Okay. So then she needs to let us know that, like in the about this video section, which you could put down lower, like about this video is part of a series on shopping hauls, then we know there's 19 videos in the playlist. Okay, so there's that one. All right, now let's take a look at Ebony, Ivy, and Time in the Kitchen. And I'll type this in here. With Leona Dooley. That's this channel. Ebony, Ivy. Oh, there should be an E. Ebony, Ivy, and Time in the Kitchen with Leona Dooley. And when you look at her title, hey Kenya, glad that you could join us tonight. When you look at this, when you look at Leona's channel, Ebony, Ivy, and Time, one of the things that I found when I was looking at that is that she has a playlist of 100 and some odd videos. And just off the bat, guys, nobody's going to look at 135 videos in a playlist. They're just not going to do it. 135 videos is a little overwhelming. If you've got more than 25 videos in a playlist, people may not look at them all because it can be a little overwhelming. So what you might consider doing is looking at what is the common theme of the videos in that playlist. For example, what's for dinner could be a section, maybe lunches, breakfasts, salads, I don't know, but there might be a way to break up the videos so that it's not quite so intimidating. That was just my thought, because I was going to kind of look at a couple of videos and I'm like, 135 videos. I thought, okay, I can't look at 135 videos. I've been having trouble lately getting through a playlist of 30 or 40 videos. So I know that I'm not going to look at one with that many. So my thought was to offer the suggestion to figure out a way to break the playlist up into bite-sized chunks, something that's a bit more manageable. Does that make sense for you guys? Like there's a sweet potato pound cake. I think I'm gonna have to try that. And then there's an apple pan dowdy from Thanksgiving and a corn pudding casserole. With the corn pudding casserole, is that dessert? No, it's a side dish, but you know, it's called corn pudding. There's apple pecan chocolate chip cookies. So maybe there could be a playlist where, you know, the baking, the dessert playlists are broken out and made one playlist. And then the one pot meals are made into a different playlist, or your salads might be another one. So that was just a thought for me, a suggestion that I would have. So now, if we take a look at the first video, and the video that I'm looking at is called, it's called What's Cooking in Your Kitchen? Breakfast for Dinner, Ebony, Ivy, and Time in the Kitchen with Leona Dooley. Now, the video is called What's Cooking in Your Kitchen? Breakfast for Dinner, Ebony, Ivy, and Time in the Kitchen. That's part of her title, and that's the thing that she does. Okay, so Ordine says that she often will play playlists to support channels for watch time and revenue. One of her supporters had over 200 in a playlist and she let it play. I will have to admit, Ordine, I've not done that. If I've got my tablet or something on and I'm looking at something, I'll sit there and I will watch as many as I can, but I'm probably not going to just let it roll like that. So you're very kind to do that, and that is helpful, but not many people will do that. So you want your playlist to work well for you. You want them to be a manageable chunk. So that's just what I've learned. So of course, people can do what they feel works out best for them. I'm just sharing what I've learned because, as I said, I am not the YouTube guru. I'm just sharing with you what I've learned. So on this video, what's cooking in your kitchen? Breakfast for dinner, and I love breakfast for dinner. I love a pancake supper and that kind of thing. This was her latest video, and you can see her hashtags. Hashtag stay at home with me, hashtag COVID-19, Ebony, Ivy, and Time, and hashtag quarantine cooking, stay at home with me, and then with me. So she's got all the hashtags, and I think this video was one of the ones from that was in our quarantine cooking, I believe. So she says in her first 3 lines is, welcome, I am Leona Dooley, and this is Ebony, Ivy, and Time in the Kitchen. In spite of many thoughts about how coronavirus travels, I am protecting myself and others by wearing a mask and gloves when I go outside the home. So now here's the thing. I don't see anything about her title in those first 3 lines. When I read this information, it talks about, welcome, I'm Leona Dooley. This is Ebony, Ivy, and Time. And we do want her name. We want to know it's Leona Dooley because you do want to identify yourself. But the rest of it is all about Corona-19. And that doesn't have anything to do with her title. So I think you could better serve yourself, Leona, by tweaking your description box to let the first 2 or 3 lines reflect the title of your video and what your video is actually about. And then this other information here should be way down below because it's really not relevant to this video. Now, you guys are going to be saying, you got a lot of nerve, but Leona's a lot like me. Leona is a teacher as well, and we like to share information. So, and that's one of the things she wants to do. I believe she's a former teacher and she likes to educate her subscribers. Because you guys know I'll get on a roll too. But when I'm trying to educate my subscribers now on my YouTube channel, I put on my scrubs, and I step outside my regular YouTuber role. So you know, okay, this one's about education. It's about some healthcare thing. Or I will give a disclaimer as to why I'm talking about it. I don't just jump into it. But if I just read the first 2 or 3 lines of her description and then read her title, I might say, well, what is this about? So does this make sense for you guys? And Joan, let me thank you too for sharing with our viewers that if they put their turn their tablet on and just let it roll on somebody's channel, they'll think they're a bot and might get us. And when they say bot, she means bot like BOT. Oh, wait a minute. Or robot. Some of the letters have worn off on my keypad. That's what she means. If they think you're a bot or a robot, that's what she means. So that's something to think about. Now, Stephanie says, not if you refresh the screen, like after every so many videos. Yeah, that's probably true. You do have to refresh the screen, but I don't have time to do that. And then Carol at My Blessed Nest was asking Cal if she has playlists. Well, Carol, Cal doesn't really have a YouTube channel per se. Cal is our sister that just jumps on because she enjoys hanging out with us. She likes what we do. She enjoys chatting with us, but she doesn't upload videos. So if she has a playlist, she might have put together a collection of videos that she likes from other people, but she does not do YouTube videos. She's just one of our sisters that just enjoys hanging out with us. I call her my sister from another mister. All right, so those are the suggestions that I have for Leona. So, all right, so now another channel that I wanted us to take a look at next was, and we're going to do This Mainer Mom. Let's do This Mainer Mom first, and then the other, because I know she's on. Let's do her. Oh, well, Carol, I missed that. Sometimes I look over there and I only get half of the comment. So, yeah, Joan, that's a good video to do. All right, so now we're going to take a look at This Mainer Mom. Now let me pull her up. And you guys keep in mind too that when I let's make sure this is plugged in. Yeah. It's not plugged in. There. My iPad was Okay, so next we're going to look at Karen at This Mainer Mom. And when you take a look at her channel, if you look at her first, well, when I'm looking at her channel here on my iPad, I see about 5 videos going across the screen this way. And the first video I see says Morning Pages Journaling. And, you know, I'm kind of into journaling a little bit. I only do it when I'm really in the depths of despair and destruction. You know, when I'm just like, oh, I'm having a breakdown, I'll journal. And I'm seeing my therapist and all that kind of thing. But when I'm feeling good, I rarely journal. But I should journal all the time. Now, my sister Nikki loves to journal. She journals all the time. So I'm looking here and it says Morning Pages Journaling. So just 3 words are on this thumbnail. That's number 1. When you look at her title, Morning Pages Journaling, So she repeated that, but then what else she say? Slash, what is it? How does it help you? And how something else. So when you look at the title and you see she's writing something, so you think, okay, so it's about journaling.
Morning pages can help you with.
And then when she starts her video, the first thing she says is
Productivity and reflection. Morning pages can help you with creativity, productivity, and reflection.
So now the first thing she says is morning pages can help you with productivity, creativity, and reflection, or something like that. But remember, her title says morning pages journaling. What is it? How does it help you? How can you get started? So she gives you a lot of information in the title. In the first line of the video, you know right away what she's going to be talking about. Morning pages can help you. So she repeated in her video what she said in the title, and that is huge. So kudos to Karen for repeating the keywords that she used, or the keyword phrase morning pages, from her title in the first line of her video. Because remember, just like the robots are reading, the robots are also listening to what you say. So make sure you say the title or you say your keyword phrase in the first couple of, in the first 1 or 2 lines of your video. So there's that. Now let's take a look at her description box. In her description box, Karen, now I know you're on, so one of the things that I'm going to mention, just because it's kind of a thing that I've learned, and it's that when you use all caps, it makes it difficult to read. So I am suggesting that instead of using all caps, that you use punctuation appropriately, like the caps where they need to be, because the eye, for the most part, is trained to look at capital letters and lowercase according to periods and semicolons and all that kind of thing. So especially as eyes begin to change a little bit, unless it's a title, then you'll see all caps in a title. But like your morning pages title reads very nicely. You've got your capital letter, then your lowercase. So just consider that. And then in her description, she says, I love morning pages. So she's talking to you. I have to learn to get my descriptions not quite so stuffy, maybe I'll say. I tend to write my descriptions in third person, because when I was writing newspaper, I would write third person. But she's writing hers first person. So she's saying, I love morning pages. She's excited. What's she talking about? Morning pages. We saw it in the title. She said it in the first line of the video. It's right here in her description box. Morning pages. It is a journaling method that can help with healthy reflection, increase productivity, and increase creativity. She said all those words in her introductory statement. Now she said all those words in the first 2 lines of this description box. Write it down before you get talked out of it. Let me show you how. With love, Karen, this Mainer mom. So she told you who she was in the first 2 lines. Karen from this Mainer mom. So she packed a lot of information in those first 2 lines. And then she tells you below that, whatever she's mentioned in there, that kind of thing. So maybe, Karen, you might want to add somewhere down past for home organization, or just before the music courtesy of. Before you do the music courtesy of, I would put in and about this video. And you would type it in, about this video. Colon, in this video, or what I started doing is repeat the title. So in morning pages journaling, then you say whatever it is you're going to say. And you can include, so once you say about this video, in morning pages journaling, what it is, how does it help you, how can you get started? Karen of This Mainer Mom tells you about the morning pages journaling method and how it can help with healthy reflection, etc. So you repeat somewhat of the same things that you repeated in your introductory 2 statements, but you can add more stuff, and you can put in several of your keyword phrases or tags in that, because in that section, you're talking to the robot. Gosh, my hair looks like a hot mess. My mom's going to be like, girl, why didn't you comb your hair before you did that? Is everybody with me? Excuse me. But yeah, she's done a good job there. She's done a good job there. So I like that. Okay, so there's Karen. So now, oh, sorry, snorting again. So Karen, I think you did a good job there. Guys said they're with me, so they're making sense. Okay, so now the next channel we're going to look at. Now, this is a channel that I really love. Okay, so I want you guys to take a look at this channel. Oh, Ardeen, thank you. Now, we're going to look at Inspired by Nikki. This is one of the channels that I really love. And, you know, I just love this kind of ladylike stuff. I have to tell you something funny. My little niece once, she was talking to somebody, and she's an adult now with children. But she was saying, remember when we had to learn about manners? We were at Aunt Denise's house or something like that. And I looked like, what? But it was just so funny. Like they were, how she was remembering a time when she was here and they were having to learn about manners or whatever. But take a look at this channel, Inspired by Nikki. And I really love her channel. I think it's a beautifully done channel. She has the most beautiful videography. I mean, she has a drone and you can like, she'll have angles from way above and then down below and just all kind of stuff. But she has a beautiful channel. Oh, I recommended Diva to examine her channel because I was thinking there were some things on her channel that I could certainly see Diva doing. But let's take a look at her titles and then take a look at her description box. But she does this whole homemaking series. And if you look at her thumbnails, and she's very artistic, she does painting and she's a very artistic kind of person. So when you look at her thumbnails, she will dress in similar colors to her thumbnails, that kind of thing, and whatever she's doing. But we're going to look at the one that says Clean with Me and Homemaking Inspiration, the Life-Changing Laundry Routine. Now, that's her title. Clean with Me and Homemaking Inspiration / the Life-Changing Laundry Routine. Now, take a look at her description box. It's quite interesting. She doesn't do any of the stuff that I said we should do. She doesn't do any of the things that I've learned that we're supposed to do. However, she's got it like that now. When she first got started, she would have done similar things that we're learning to do now. But when I was listening to Liron today on that video with Benji, and he said there are some channels they could put an exclamation point or a question mark in their title, and that's it, and people will watch. Well, when you get a dedicated group of followers, that's what you can do that. Oh, Penny, you're so nice. Penny said, is there any way we can send you a blessing because you work hard for us and it's appreciated? Y'all can bless me by watching my videos and likes and all that kind of stuff. The same kind of things that you guys do for each other. Just, watch, like, subscribe, that kind of thing. That helps me. So, but again, look at her. She doesn't have any kind of description in there at all. And she's had 11,939 views on this video. She has, now I'm going to say this. I'm going to say only. She only has 47,000, well, 47,500 subscribers. Now, I said only. Now, I've only got, I think, 22 or 23,000. I'm trying to get 25,000 by the end of the month. But when I say only, what I want you to notice is that whereas she only has 47,000 subscribers, she got 11,939 views on this video, and it was only up, maybe a week. So if I go back and look at her next video, which is Clean With Me, Homemaking Inspiration, Words of the Wise, and then that one got 10,000 views. And so consistently, she gets 10 or more thousand views on her videos. So when I was talking about if you can get a dedicated group of 1,000 subscribers, that 1,000 dedicated loyal followers, you can do almost anything because they will watch your videos. But until you get there, you've got to do this work that we're talking about. You just have to. So that's just something to think about. So, and if you guys look at my videos, like on my day-to-day videos, I don't get that number of views on my videos every day. But if you look at Diva's videos, you look at Kenya's videos, they have a dedicated number of subscribers that follow them and watch their videos consistently. So if you've got that dedicated 1,000 or more, you've got a little bit more leeway. Now, let me just talk about one thing too. Now, I've got a lot of, like I said, almost 24,000 subscribers. But a certain percentage of my subscribers.
Hello.
Siri, I am not talking to you. A certain percentage of my subscribers come because they want my health information, coronavirus and the safe sleep and those kinds of things. So they come to me for that. Well, those are like unicorn videos. They're not my signature content. My signature content is cooking, cleaning, and laundry. But I'll get people that come to me because they want the healthcare information, which, sometimes I feel like I'm compelled to address, but that's not what I want to do. But I do it because I feel like I'm compelled to do it. And they run my numbers up, but they may not watch my cooking videos. They just want to look at the healthcare videos. And Joan Brody is the same way. Yes, she can put up a video. Like I've seen her live streams, and she's gotten like over 80, 100 people on a live stream, which is pretty darn good. So you get those consistent, dedicated subscribers. You can do that. Now, Diva says that her and Kenya post regularly. Yes, they do. They post at least twice a week, if not more often. But they've got a dedicated group of followers, as does Joan Brody, who will watch what they post. So when you've got your dedicated 1,000 or more, you got a little bit more leeway in what you can put in your description box. But I don't have it like that. And some of you who are fairly new don't have it like that yet. So you have to try to to get the, to make sure that your videos are suggested in search, or recommended, or that people are able to find you using that. So, but I wanted you to see that because Inspired by Nikki breaks all the rules. But it's working for her because, she built her channel before she made this 360 to this new direction that she's going in. And she built her channel to get it there. So Kenya said she tries to make sure she gets her posts up regularly. How many times do you guys post a week? 2 or 3? I tell you what, right now I am just struggling to get one video done a week. Yesterday morning I got up early. My husband had gone fishing, and my sister and my mom were asleep. So I thought, okay, I can get up. I'll get dressed, I'll get my face on, I'll get in the kitchen, and I'm going to shoot my videos on. I had 2 videos that I was planning on working on. And Kenya said she froze. Who am I talking about? Right now I'm talking about myself. But I did ask Kenya, you and Diva, how often do you post a week? So Stephanie posts 3 times a week. Oh, Joan posts 5 to 7 times a week. She says that's too much. I don't know how you can maintain that. But I was trying to post, do video yesterday, and by 10 o'clock, I was ready to start the video because I had done my research. I'd gotten dressed and I was all set to go. Phone rang. It was one of my sisters saying, "What are you doing? You want company?" And I'm like, "Well, where are you?" She says, "On my way over to your house." So she came over to visit, and she had her little granddaughter with her. And I heard little Zaria say, "And we're going to have a tea party." She's like 3, she'll be 4 sometimes next week. So I'm like, "Well, come on over." So she came on over. I got my mom up. And when my sister came downstairs and she saw the kitchen full of people, she was like, "What the heck?" But we ended up having a tea party. We had the most wonderful time. It was unexpected. I went with the flow and we had such a good time, but I didn't get any videos done. So today I got my invite videos done, but that was it. So creating with Joy says, as a new YouTuber, she has the challenges of learning how to edit, upload, etc. Joy, one of the things you want to think about doing is find a YouTube guru to follow. Find someone that can serve as a mentor for you. I follow Sean Cannell. I also follow Sunny Lenarducci. I like her. I also like Salma Jaffrey. But start looking at those videos that show you how to do things. And then we share lots of information here. The ladies here can be very, very helpful. So when you first start out, once a week is what you want to commit to, is 1 video a week. And so I told my little Jordan to just do 1 video a week. So Cal, I should have recorded what? The tea party. I did record just a couple minutes of it where I got out my good china, because I thought, you know what, I might as well get some of it out. I got out my good china, my teapot, my coffee pot, because one of my sisters wanted coffee, and then we were going to have tea. And she had brought over a box of donuts because my mom loves donuts. So I cut the donuts up and we made them kind of smaller, and we served them on our cute little plates. We really had a nice time. It was fun, but I didn't get any work done. And then by the time they left and I got my mom situated and I was tired, I went to bed, took a nap, and then got up and had some other stuff to work on. So right now, I'm lucky if I can get 1 video a week up. I'm trying to do 2 because I want to try to get, when we were doing the quarantine cooking, I wanted to get my cooking video up and then either a cleaning or a laundry video up. But some days I just couldn't make it. So and I was only able to get a little bit of the footage. I'll try to figure out how to share a little bit of that with you guys, but it was very nice. So the other, another channel that I want you guys to look at is this one, Faith and Flower. Because what I'm trying to do is get you guys to take a look at how people are working. And that'll be the last one we look at, I think. Yeah. And then we'll get into our collabs. This is another one that I like. It's Faith and Flower. Ordine, you can still get it. Well, you can still get it up in the playlist, but it's a little late now. I mean, we're kind of past that. Most people's places are starting to open up, and I got a video that I couldn't find when I got ready to put up my last one, so I put up a different one, and then I'm like, where was that other video? And I think I might have put it on a different external drive. I don't know. But Faith and Flower, if you take a look at that one, Her channel is called Faith and Flour, and she's a person who is a Christian faith, and then she also does baking, cooking, and home kind of stuff. So that's why her channel is called Faith and Flour. And when I look at her channel, just here on my screen, she's got 5 videos that go across this way, and I can read just the titles about those videos. And the first video was Summer Cleaning Motivation, Clean With Me Summer 2020, Speed Cleaning Motivation, Everyday Routine. The next one is Easy Instant Pot, Cook With Me Recipes. So let's just take a look at that first video.
Even though a lot has changed.
So when I take a look at her title, it says Clean With Me Summer 2020, Speed Cleaning Motivation / Everyday Homemaking. So this is another one of the homemaking ladies that I follow. Her title, her channel is called Faith and Flour. And here's her description. Clean With Me Summer 2020, Speed Cleaning Motivation. So she repeated her title, the very first line. And then she said, join me for some summertime cleaning and homemaking motivation and inspiration. So she just kind of moved those words around a little bit. And that's all she put in those first 2 lines. And then she said, subscribe. And she gave you her link to subscribe. And she gave you her Instagram. So in those first 4 lines, she's given you her Instagram and her subscription call to action. Not a lot, but it's right in there. And then other stuff down below. If you look at her next video, Easy Instant Pot Cook With Me Recipes, her title is Cook With Me, Easy Summer Instant Pot Recipes, Family Meal Ideas 2020.
I play bait.
And then we take a look at her description. And she repeats her title. The very first line is her title. And then join me for some recipe ideas your family will love, made fast and easy in your Instant Pot. So she kind of tweaked some of those keywords in those first 2 lines. So there's a couple different ways you can address that. But notice you got to get those important information in those first couple lines. And she's gotten almost 4,000 views on that video. So even though she has 38,000 subscribers, she gets anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 views consistently on her videos. So, whew, all right. So is everybody with me? I think we've had some good information today, and I just really felt like with a lot of the new people on that we might want to try to go back to the basics. And as I continue to kind of take peeks at other people's channels and I see a couple things, I'm like, well, why don't we just talk about this today? And if there's something specific you guys want to talk about, I can try to look for that too. All right. Okay. So now let's give some challenges and collabs. Let's get to that then. I also put in the description box, I put a link for a video that I came across called Awesome 25-Minute Workout for Women Over 50. And I put the link there. I just thought, maybe I ought to check that out. And I thought, well, maybe you guys might be interested in taking a look at it too. So now, so Creating with Joy says a basic video would be great. Now, Joy, what do you mean by a basic video? You got to let me know what that is. And I've got quite a few videos on this channel that tells you how to create a playlist and other things like that, but I'm not sure what you mean by that. Mary said she enjoyed seeing what we pointed out on these channels. And yeah, I feel like when we look at these other channels, it's helpful. And guys, one of these days, I'm going to be able to share my screen. I just don't know how to do that yet. Okay. But that link's in the description box. And then my question of the day is, what's your takeaway from today's strategy session? How are you going to use this information to level up by 1% this week? Tell me in the chat box or in the comment section. So Creative Joy, what's your takeaway? How are you going to use this information to level up? Ordine, what are you going to do to level up? Diva, all of you guys, Karen, whatever. Everybody that's on here that has a channel, because Cal, I know you don't have a channel. What are you going to do? Like, how are you going to use this information? Because one of the things that we want to do is do. We don't want to just listen and not act. So we all want to be action takers. The only people who have the authority to not take action is Cal, because she doesn't have a channel where she uploads videos. So Joan Brody's going to revamp her description box. Joy says she's had challenges adding links. Okay, good. Carol's going to add in about this video section. So Joy's had trouble adding links like the playlist to her video. We can talk about how to do that. I can try to figure that out too. We can talk about that. All right, so now let's get to some collaborations. Now, let me put this out right now. First of all, when I give you guys this list of collaborations, why on earth would you want to participate in a collaboration? Well, here's the thing. People participate in collaborations because they either, one, want to get more views on their YouTube channel. They want to get more subscribers. They want to get more eyeballs on their channel. They want to get more subscribers. They want to be supportive to another YouTube member. But there must be a reason for you to participate in a collaboration. It should complement your YouTube strategy, not be in spite of your YouTube strategy. Good. So Keisha's going to be changing how she does her description box. Yes, Keisha, put that greeting down lower. We don't need to see that high and that kind of thing. Put that down lower. So Ordine's going to take action, but what action are you going to take, Ordine? Which one piece are you going to work on? Because you can't take action on everything. All right. And then let me just share with you guys also that, one of the things that I do when I'm working, if I'm in the garden, if I'm folding laundry, I listen to audiobooks. And so there's a promotion right now where you can get 2 free books from audiobooks.com. You can sign up and get 2 free books. I did put a link in the description box if you're interested in checking it out. I also remember to put in my free product review checklist so that if you're interested in doing product reviews in your channel and you want to know how to do product reviews the right way, download my free product review checklist. It's in there. So there's that. So now let's look at the collabs that we have coming up. So June 3rd, we've got a Q&A live with Carol at My Blessed Nest. Now, this is not a collaboration, but this is her first Q&A live. And not the first one. I think it's the second one. And she has invited all of us to join her. So on June 3rd, there's going to be a live Q&A with Carol at My Blessed Nest at 7 p.m. And I believe it's 7 p.m. Is it Eastern, Carol? You need to let us know which time zone that is. But she's going to be live, and she would certainly appreciate the support of her sisters. And is it Eastern Standard Time or what? And I believe the questions are about organizations. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So we are invited for the live Q&A with My Blessed Nest at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to do that. So hopefully everybody can jump on. And then also on June 3rd is a collaboration, which is an open invite, which is hosted by Tammy and me, myself, and I'm DIYing it, and somebody else. And I forgot. Let me see. I have those notes somewhere. Oh, here it is. Tammy at My Blessed Net. Tammy at Me, Myself, and I'm DIYing it. And Mary from At Home with Mary. And this particular collaboration is a tablescape where they want you to create a tablescape using your favorite bandana. That's why it's called Headbangers Tablescape, because they want you to use your favorite bandana to create the tablescape. And they've got a hashtag called #BandanaRama Tablescape 2020. It is so cute. So the intro videos are up. Or rather, the invite videos are up. So be sure to check them out to get your, full information and that kind of thing. But check that out. And then on June 5th is the Fairy Garden Challenge 2020, hosted by Grandma Sandy. And here she wants us to create a fairy garden or a miniature garden using the miniatures of your choice. So it could be fairies, it could be gnomes, it could be any kind of miniatures that you choose. Or she said you could raid your children's toy box and make a garden using some of those items. The video upload date is June 5th at 8 a.m. California time. So I had to ask Siri, what is California time? And that's Pacific time. So there's that. And then on June 6th is the Tropical Vibes collaboration hosted by Suye at My Style, My Colors and For Lisa at Homebody with For Lisa. And they want you to prepare a tropical tablescape, a tropical themed tablescape or bar area or island, whichever one you choose to do. And they've got a hashtag Tropical Vibes 2020. So again, check their invite video to get that correctly. And as always, with all of the channels, and I'm just going to say this one so that I don't have to say it again, you need to be subscribed to their channels, mention their channels in your video and in your description box, and link and mention the playlist in the video and description box as well. That's just channel etiquette or collaboration etiquette. And then on June 7th is the Upcycled Jar Bottle Collab hosted by Keisha at Sweet Urban Rose. And she's one of our newer sisters, as well as Mama Dares to DIY and Terrarium and Crafts. And Terrarium and Crafts used to jump on with us every now and then, but we haven't seen her for a while. And here she is showing up with Keisha. And it looks like Stephanie is saying that on June 6th, there's an Alzheimer awareness tablescape hosted by DIY Designs by CCW and Me, Myself, and DIYing it. Didn't hear about that one. So, okay, I'll get that one on the list. Alzheimer's awareness. 2020 by DIY Designs. By CCW and Me, Myself, and DIYing it. Okay, well, you guys will see that one there, and then I'll also get that on the list. I already mentioned the June 7th Upcycled Jar Bottle collab hosted by Keisha at Sweet Urban Rose, Mama Dares to DIY, and Terrarium and Crafts. Now, what they want you to do is to upcycle a jar or a bottle. Just create something really kind of cool with it. You can do whatever it is that you like. They will have a playlist available for you to link your video in. The upload date is June 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern. And like I said, the three hosts are Keisha at Sweet Urban Rose, Mama Dares to DIY, and Terrarium and Crafts. On June 10th is the Father's Day Tablescape. And evidently, guys, I had this Father's Day Tablescape on twice last week. So it is actually on June 10th, the Father's Day Tablescape collab hosted by Stephanie at Creatively Miss Me and Viology. On June 13th is the Summer Bar Cart collaboration hosted by Marilyn at Fabulous Designs on a Budget and co-hosted by Kimberly at Diva Designing on a Dime. And the fun thing about this one is that they always want you to create a beverage that goes along with that particular bar cart. And so right now we're looking at a summer beverage, and it can be an adult beverage or a family beverage. So that's always kind of fun and interesting. And then on June 14th is the Coffee Tables Decor Challenge Summer 2020, hosted by Suye at My Style, My Colors. And you guys know Suye hosts this collaboration every season. And she wants you to, you upload your video at 1 p.m. British time. And you're going to have to ask Siri what time that is. Oh, don't I already have that on here? Nope. Let me get that in here. The 5 things I've thrifted. I've got that. My notes are kind of goofy today. I'll back up in just a second. So on June 14th is the Coffee Table Decor Challenge Summer 2020. And Suye always wants us to create 2 designs for the same coffee table. So the first design needs to be a coastal vibe, and the second design should have a tropical vibe. And so both of them for the same table. And you can interpret the coastal and tropical vibe as you desire. And the video upload date again is June 14th at 1 p.m. British time. Now let's back up for a second, because like I said, I got my notes a little bit out of order. And on June 10th is Carol's collaboration on June 10th. And it is the 5 things I thrifted and use every day. So for those of you that like thrifting, you want to share some things, 5 things, at least 5 things that you have thrifted that you use all the time in your home. So that just shows that people aren't just thrifting for the heck of it, but that they're actually using those things. And that should be kind of fun. And it's a no spin. And who doesn't love a no spin? And then on the June 15th, is the Summer Kitchen Vignette hosted by moi, and my invite video will come out tomorrow. But and I won't give you the details tonight. I'll just let you take a look at the video tomorrow. And then June 20th is the Summer Seasonal Coffee Beverage Bar collaboration hosted by Kimberly Davis at Diva Designing on a Dime and co-hosted by Kenya's Decor Corner. And this is one of their seasonal videos as well. Oh, Heidi's Sombos. I missed Heidi's one. So June 12th, Heidi. Okay. June 12th, Heidi Sombos DIY Challenge. Red, white, and blue. For those of you that are DIY queens out there, you guys need to think about doing some of these hosting some of these challenges that you see Heidi doing. Okay, so I got the June 13th, the Summer Bar Card collaboration with Marilyn and Diva. June 14th, Coffee Table Collab hosted by Suye at My Style, My Colors. June 15th, the Summer Kitchen Vignette hosted by moi. And June 20th, Summer Seasonal Coffee Bar collaboration hosted by Diva and Kenya. And then on June 30th is the Moonlight Clean with Me. And that is my seasonal challenge for an after dark cleaning. But this one again is an after dark cleaning, but you're looking at the kitchen. So an area that's in your kitchen. And let's see. Oh, I got this on here twice. The coffee bar collaboration. Yeah, I've got that on here twice. So I can get that off. And then on July 11th, and this is a little early, but we're posting it early for a reason. On July 11th is the Container Garden Challenge hosted by moi, This and That with Denise Jordan, as well as Lacey at Lacey Space, and then Chrissy at Make It with Christy. And Chrissy is Lacey's sister, and it used to be hosted by Chrissy, but now it's Make It with Chrissy. And what we're asking you to do, or inviting you to do, is to create a container garden and show us your container garden. You can show some of you putting it together somewhat, but for the most part, show us your container garden. Upload your video on July 11th at 7 a.m. Eastern. The reason why we're announcing it so early is because we got several different gardening time zones going on. The girls in Michigan, which Lacey and Chrissy are in Michigan, they can't start their garden just yet because it's still too cold. But I've started mine, and some of you already got things coming up. So we want to try to take into consideration everybody's growing zones, so that if you're working on your gardening now, you can go ahead and get your container garden video done and be ready for July 11th. But for those of you where it's too cold to get started yet, you got plenty of time to do that. And then Stephanie's got her June 23rd. Okay, let me get that here now. The summer fireplace. Collab. And Stephanie at Creatively Miss Me and then Kenya's Decor Corner are hosting that one. So that one is June 23rd. The Summer Fireplace Decor Challenge hosted by Stephanie at Creatively Miss Me and Kenya. And Leah Rowe at Junkernecker has a collab on June 14th. Leah, what is your collaboration called? I know you do thrifting, so my guess is something related to that, but what is it? And then, of course, everyone check out the invite videos for the full details. So still waiting on Leah to tell us what her challenge is about. And have I forgotten any others, guys? Have I forgotten any other ones? Oh, make or upcycle a birdhouse. Home Tweet Home. Oh my goodness, how sweet is that? Make or upcycle a birdhouse or bird cage. Home Tweet Home. I just repainted a birdhouse. So Home Tweet Home. And that is on June 14th, I believe. Yeah, June 14th, Home Tweet Home by Junkernecker. All right, do I have everybody? Yeah, Leah, I just repainted a birdhouse. Well, when you guys saw me do my DIY flower crate, I repainted my birdhouse for that one. Co-hosting with Indy Annie Jones. Okay. I got it. I'll get this in the description box tomorrow, guys. I am too tired to do that now. Oh, Joan Brody has a $30 summer wardrobe challenge. Let's see. Joan on June 30th. $30. Tell us what you mean by that, Joan. Summer wardrobe. Are you supposed to buy your whole summer wardrobe with $30? Or what? Give us a little few details on that. Stephanie says on June 20th is a tablescape, their monthly tablescape challenge in which the color is orange. Now, let me just, oh, the invite video went up tonight. Okay, so you guys make sure you get those invite videos out no less than 2 weeks prior to the date of your challenge. That just gives people the opportunity to do their due diligence. And there's been a couple of times where we've had people post, you know, give me information about challenges. And then it was like a few days before the challenge, and then we didn't have the video up yet. So that can be a problem. So try to get your videos up at least 2 weeks before the video is due. Oh, 7 summer outfits. That's going to be interesting. Oh, mix and match and repurpose what you have first. So, okay. So let me find that. Joan, what date was that? Oh, June 20th. Mix and match. Repurpose. Well, here's a question. And only spend $30. So you get to go out and do something, but some of you have to wonder what if you've already spent some stuff. So okay, so there you go. All right, guys, we've been on a long time. I think I'm tired now. My eyes are starting to cross. All right, I'll get these tweaked. I'll get them in tomorrow. I want to thank you guys for staying on with me. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Penny, are you still here? Penny, are you still here? Because you had a question. I want to try to remember what it was. Good night, ladies. I'll talk to you next time. I want to see if Penny is still here so I can answer her question. If she's gone, then I won't worry about it until next time. All right. Looks like she's gone. Okay, guys. I will see you. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, so what you already have doesn't count in the $30. Okay. Good night, everybody.